I understand I'm being unlawfully arrested. That's what I understand.
Yeah, you've got them on camera.
I understand that you have a YouTube page. I know everything about you now.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Documenting and Exposing Nanaimo RCMP. This is part 2. So who is Staff Sergeant Darwin Tetreault anyways? Well, according to his LinkedIn account here, he's an energetic, hard-working, experienced member of the RCMP with service in general duties, intelligence, training, supervision, overseas high-threat environment, traffic, counter-terrorism, search, disaster response, and public order. Strong leadership skills and believer in the rule of law. There's even an article here he wrote, and we'll get into that in a minute. And I'll let you have a look here if you want to read it all yourself. Check it out yourself. But going through his credentials here, he kind of reminds me a lot of Arun Kundu-Thomsen from West Shore RCMP, another high-ranking, highly trained, highly skilled, expert in everything RCMP member for 20 plus years. You know, he's like... You'd think if someone was going to arrest you for exercising fundamental freedoms, it'd be like a rookie, you know, like somebody in their first week of policing. But no, it always seems to be one of these guys who's in charge of everyone else. Highly trained, highly skilled, terrorism expert kind of guy. Weird, eh? Who's coincidentally, not a police officer anymore. Nope. And you may remember Arun Kundu-Thomsen going head-to-head up against Oak Bay Police Chief Ray Bernaudez in my video called Reasonable Cop versus Unreasonable Cop. Head to head. The video I made at Oak Bay Police Department still to this day remains one of my best videos. And here's what Ray had to say about my YouTube channel after I emailed him a link to the video of the Oak Bay Police Department Fundamental Freedom Evaluation after I published it. And just for context, this was July 2020. It was shortly after George Floyd was killed. He says, Dan, thank you so much for your kind words. I sincerely appreciate it. I think police are going through an important time right now that will shape the future. People should always feel safer when we are present, and I believe the more marginalized a person or group, the safer they must feel. Unfortunately, that's not always the case currently. But I know with people like you who help to ensure we're accountable, we'll keep moving in a positive direction. And Ray later replied to me saying that he actually used one of my videos as a bit of informal training for his department. Training on how not to treat the public. Way to go, Ray. Way to go. And so anyways, here's this article that he wrote here. It's the RCMP Professional NCO Creed. It's pretty interesting if you want to read the whole dang thing yourself, but I'll just read sort of in the middle area here. Is part I found pretty interesting. He says, I am grateful for the opportunity to serve this nation and the citizens of Canada. I will uphold the core values of the RCMP and will not violate the public trust, nor the trust of those I serve. I will remain true to our oath of office and be a guardian of the public purse. I will not use my grade or position to attain pleasure, profit, or personal safety. And I also found this interesting article that is on the RCMP's website. It says the title is here, New RCMP Training Reinforces Human Rights and De-Escalation. And our friend here, Staff Sergeant Darwin Tetreault, is interviewed for this article. And here's what he has to say about this. Listen to this. And so this article is specifically about de-escalation training and human rights, especially when it comes to protesting. Which is kind of ironic and hilarious all at the same time. Staff Sergeant Tay-trow here comments in this article about the training for this human rights for the RCMP was taking place at the Canadian Museum for Human Rights in Winnipeg. And he says here, quote, the venue and that exercise changed the atmosphere of the course and changed the attitude of some members in regard to looking at protests as a human right, not just a constitutional right in this country, unquote, says Tay-trow. Also came across this interesting podcast where Staff Sergeant Darwin Tetreault is being interviewed here. And although I did not listen to the entire podcast, I did hear this pretty early on. This is pretty interesting. Listen to what Staff Sergeant Darwin Tetreault has to say here.
We're going to do that. But we have to maintain the public peace. People should be able to speak their mind. People should be able to disagree and not get beat up for it and not get killed for it in some cases.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. So, now that the malicious prosecution is sunk, and that never went anywhere, time to get my property back. And With the help of my Nanaimo team, Kevin and John Tuffy, local residents in Nanaimo, I went up to the Nanaimo Courthouse and filed a criminal charge of assault against Staff Sergeant Darwin Tetreault. Then went and filed a lawsuit against Staff Sergeant Tay-trow, the Ministry of Public Safety, Solicitor General, Attorney General of Canada, and the King of England. And with the help of my team, we successfully served Staff Sergeant Darwin Tetreault in person and in his official capacity.
Hi there. This gentleman with you is going to be a quick interview, and then I'll deal with you, right, sir? Okay?
A quick one. Yeah, I guess so.
I just called you. Come on in.
Yeah, you've been served.
Yeah.
You have 14 days to reply.
So stay tuned for updates on all that, but as most of you know, everything happens at the speed of justice. And sometimes nothing happens at all. And as of when I'm recording this, I'm still waiting for my body cam to be returned, so that'll be interesting how that video turns out, if it hasn't been deleted. But we'll see. And if it hasn't, you'll see it too. So stay tuned for part 3. It's coming up sometime. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, you've got them on camera.
I understand that you have a YouTube page. I know everything about you,
Is he-
Dan.